You know, Malaga is a very tough team. They've been a great, consistent team all year, and I think on our end we just stuck to our identity. Coach preaches that every day in practice, and you know, just doing the simple things in practice and doing what we do best. And like Coach said before the game, just find a way to win, and I think that's what we did and we showed our toughness today.
Thank you. Coach, this was a battle between the two highest scoring teams in the competition, but we saw something of a body-to-body combat in the end. Can you explain a little bit how were you able to stop Unicaja from doing what they do best and how you were able to prevail?
First of all, we spoke about whole week about the strength of Unicaja and how not just the quality of the roster, but also the depth and the versatility with a lot of different elements, a lot of different weapons, and I wasn't particularly happy with how we started the game. We gave up way too easy baskets, some paint touches for the guards, transition baskets, but our guys, like Hawk said, our motto is find a way to win. It's not really, I disagree with you on that this wasn't the type of game that we've played this year, because to me it was a typical game for us. Like, things might not go our way, but we always find a way. Instead of excuses, we find a way, and this is what these guys are built for, and they're different in that regard. And the only thing that I felt consistently hurt us was their offensive rebounding. We got destroyed on the possession game. They had close to, I think, 10 true shot attempts more if you get the free throws or half the free throws. So we gave them 10 extra shots from the field, which has been one of our biggest strengths this season, and it almost cost us the game. So as always, Hawk knows that we are not really, glass half full people. rather we are always seeking for the improvements, and these guys, they just, like, it's not that they accept it, they embrace it. They embrace it because they have a burning need to improve and burning need to win together as a group, because we have a unique chance with this completely unique group of people, and nobody wants to see it slip through the fingers. So that's why in the end, even if it's hand-to-hand combat, find a way to win.
Thank you. We'll open the floor to questions. First for the player, please. The gentleman here with the blue jacket.
Hi. Can you talk a little bit about TJ Short and the performance he had tonight and what he brings to your team, please?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's, the heart and soul. He's a great leader, vocally, and he leads by example. And he just showed how tough of a player he is. That he's been all year, consistent. And we look to him, and he trusts us. We trust him, and we put our trust in everybody on the team. And with his leadership and with his tenacity on both ends of the floor. We're just, happy to get the win and happy that he's playing the way he's playing.
Thank you. If there are any more questions for Javonte? Yeah.
Hi, just a quick one. Bonn is the first German team to reach the BCL final. What will it take to be the first German team to ever win the Final Four?
It would just take us being ourselves and just sticking with our identity, sticking with what we know, sticking with what we do, and doing nothing different, just being ourselves.
Thank you. If there are no more questions for Javonte, we'll let him. Is there one at the back? Yes.
Tomás, en directo para Radio Marca Málaga, enhorabuena por la victoria. No sé si te ha podido sorprender un poco el bajo nivel de acierto de Unicaja en los tiros de tres, y dónde crees que ha podido estar la clave en ese tramo final de encuentro.
The question was, were you surprised by the low three-point percentages of Unicaja, and what was, in your opinion, the key of the game in the final minutes? They shot 7 of 34 from 3. So the question is, were you surprised by that?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he asked you. I mean,
You look very thoughtful, though.
I was looking at the three-point percentage, but I mean, it was just probably an off night for them. Like I said before, they are a great team. They're a great shooting team. They're a great all-around team. Guys had open looks on their team, but I think we just flew around a lot today, and we put a hand up and contested a couple of those shots, and I think that's the major difference.
The gentleman here at front.
Hi, congrats on the win. You talked about TJ, you talked about the opponents, you talked about everybody other than yourself. What does it mean for you personally to be here, especially with the coach like Isalo next to you? You've been through a lot together.
Like I said, we're a team. I'm a team first guy, and this guy to my right, this is my guy. We've been knowing each other for the past 4 or 5 years, and he trusts me, I trust him, and we put our trust together, and we have a team goal. There's nothing really individual. There's nothing really that we talk about individually. We always talk about team, and that's whatever I can do on the court, whether it's scoring, rebounding, defending, or even cheering my teammates on. I'm here to win the game and find a way to win at all times.
Thank you, Timothy. You're free to go get some rest. Questions for the coach? The gentleman there at the back, right behind you. The gentleman, just here.
Hello, coach. Congratulations. Actually, I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. First of all, your whole performance during the season was a statement from your side. I mean, you're getting attained a lot of praise for your performances, for the basketball you performed. If the whole season was a statement, which is the significance of today's win? What does it mean more than what you have done already so far to the BCL?
It's a very interesting question. I once had a coach who told me that in a derogatory way, that you want to invent something new in basketball, And I said, yes, I do. And I wasn't good enough as a player to do that, but through a lot of hard work and effort and a little bit of talent and a lot of luck, we have been able to assemble a group that's able to do this. I think the thing that we have been, I think our team is inspirational. It's something when you watch it, you cannot do anything else than admire the conviction of the guys, and look at the character of these guys. I've known Hawk for a long time. He came back last year from a ACL injury, so his first game, before this game, I received a gift basket from him and his wife, that thank you that you were the one who believed in us, and this mutual trust is something unique in the world of sports, where a lot of times it's about money, it's about egos, it's about what have you done for me lately. And I think that's let's say the inspirational part of this team. What is possible to achieve when everybody commits to the big cause, and we don't even call them sacrifices, because what have we sacrificed? I mean, it's teams always, or players talk about sacrificing or something like this. We are in the finals of the BCL. What type of a sacrifice is this? This is the whole idea of the sport. Be as good as you can together, and I think this is one of the longest answers ever. But the second point is that, like I said, our goal. We've been asked about our goals, for example, the whole season, and when we left, hey, are you looking for the championship or like this? Well, our goal is to win every game. How we get to that is by working every day our asses off and pushing to the maximum and try to improve as much as possible. But most of all, everybody who's connected to the club, players, staff, management, office, fans, the whole city of Bonn, we want everybody to be proud of us, the way we play, and that nobody can ever say that we didn't do everything we could, you know, in order to win. And I think this is something that's really beautiful and worth celebrating.
Thank you very much for this answer, even if it's truly one of the longest.
Thank you. We're setting all types of records here.
I'm coming from a country, Greece, where we are proud for our strong coaching legacy we have been building for the last 20 years. But to be honest, I'm very, very happy that I see on a rise, if you allow me to say, another school to be on rise, as I said, and this is the Finnish coaching school. We were familiar with Henrik Detman. Now we are very familiar with Lasso Tuovi, with you. Is the Finnish coaching school on a rise? And are you happy because through the BCL you have the opportunity to show that this country can produce faces and coaches that it was more difficult in the previous years?
That might have been the longest question ever. Yes, I'm proud. I'm proud to represent also Finland. One of my things when I got the unbelievable lucky chance to go to Bundesliga, being a nobody, you know, got the chance was that, okay, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to mess it up for the other coaches who didn't get this opportunity, and I really want to show that Finnish coaches can do something. We have a very good education system overall. It also reaches to the basketball coaching, but I've been really blessed with incredible mentors and really good coaches in the past. If you look at my playing career, I played for, you know, the who's who of Finnish coaches or coaches who were in Finland, from Mihailo Pavicevic to Gordon Herbert, to Jukka Toijala, to Henrik Detman in the national team, and my mentor Harri Mannonen, who taught me what really investing in basketball is about. And so yes, I am proud. On the other hand, a lot of what I know about coaching has been formed in Germany, and it's very separate from Finland. That I am not very, let's say, connected anymore to Finnish basketball, and the people that I have studied have been the best coaches in Europe, you know, and it's so funny that you know, that comes up because one of the coaches that I really studied the last 5 years is Pedro Martinez from Malaga. I spent a ton of time studying Luka Banki, who we played in the Strasbourg series. I studied a ton of Alexander Džikić. I studied a lot of Ibon Navarro, Chus Vidoreta, of course Aito, you know, like Andrea Trinchieri, and to learn from all of these people, but then to kind of sculpt the basketball into the image that you feel like it can be played. But so there's been so many different influences that it's hard for me to pinpoint that our style is coming from Finland. But I think one thing that we have turned into an advantage is that we're a very young basketball culture and young culture overall. So it's not ridden with tradition, and the find a way to win is also part of this. It's not about, like, at the same time, it's not about doing things the way they have been done before, but finding perhaps new and better ways to do things, and hopefully we are on the right path. But obviously for me, hopefully this is still the beginning of the education. I would hope that when I look back in 5 years that I have improved some in this profession.
Thank you, Coach. We have to end the first part here because of the satellite. Unicaja are next. This concludes the first part of the press conference. Please stay with us for the second part. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Yes. Enjoy the evening. See you guys on Sunday.
Welcome back to Malaga for the second part of the post-game press conference following the second semi-final between Unicaja and Telekom Baskets Bonn. For this second part, we have with us Dario Brizuela and Unicaja head coach Ibon Navarro. Gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Dario, let me start with you. Your team didn't play the kind of game we've come to expect from you guys this season. You shot the ball not very well. You gave up a lot of turnover points. Can you walk us a little bit through what happened today and what went wrong for your team?
We have our day. I think we missed a lot of shots. Then that was then we felt anxiety maybe a little bit because we weren't scoring and we didn't play our defense neither. We struggled a little bit there, and I think we didn't play our game. We had a bad day today, and with all of that, we had the chance to win it at the buzzer. But I I mean, it is what it is. This is sports, man. You play on a semi-final and you have your day. You miss a lot of three-pointers. I'm seeing 20%. Those are not our numbers, but it is what it is. And we need to, I mean, say congratulations to them.
Thank you. Coach, obviously a big disappointment for the fans. Do you think that you will be able a little bit to, for the team to regroup and maybe end the tournament with a win on Sunday? Is this on your thoughts right now?
Well, Sunday game is that game that nobody wants to play, of course. Good evening, everybody. First of all, congrats Telekom Basketball on the victory. I think that they show that character that they had in the whole season. As Dario said, you know, this is the kind of day that you want to do a lot of good things, and you don't do it not because, of course, you don't want to do it, just because, well, that is that overexcitement, maybe. But I have to say that, well, like Coach Jikic said on yesterday, no, that we watch a lot of games, we watch a lot of Final Fours in all the competitions, and this is that kind of game that when local team is losing by 9 points with 3 minutes to go, it's over because of the pressure, because of the frustration. And once again, this team show the soul, the heart that it has, and we were able to, in a very poor games in terms of field goals, we were able to have the last action to tie it up or even to win it. We miss it, maybe. We wouldn't deserve it, but this is sport. We had the last shot, and everybody would sign it to when it was remaining 3 minutes to have the last shot to win the game. So I think that talked great about the players, about the team, about the spirit. We are very sad for our fans, our crowd. We were super excited and happy on the chance to give them the opportunity to enjoy one trophy at home. This time cannot be. We will see if it can be soon, but not this time. But I would like them to feel as proud of their team as they are when we win, because I think that this group of players, this group of persons deserve that their people feel proud of them.
Thank you, Coach. We'll open the room to questions, but first of all for Dario, and in English, please. Any questions in English for Dario? No. Any questions in Spanish for Dario? The gentleman there in white.
Hola Darío, ¿qué tal? Buenas noches. En primer lugar, pues bueno, quería saber un poquito cómo se encuentra el vestuario y en lo personal, cómo te has sentido a lo largo del partido.
Bueno, el vestuario no está contento, es evidente, pero somos conscientes de la temporada que estamos haciendo. No tenemos que salir de aquí con la cabeza baja, ni mucho menos. Como ya hemos dicho Ivonne y yo, hoy no hemos tenido el día y el deporte es así, pero bueno, lo bueno es que seguiremos todos unidos, vamos a seguir más tiempo juntos. Este equipo con el tiempo lo único que va a hacer es crecer y mejorar, y yo ya les he dicho, tendremos más oportunidades y tenemos que estar con la cabeza alta y seguir trabajando, y ahora tenemos más objetivos por delante, no tenemos que hundirnos ahora.
Okay, thank you, Dario. You're free to go and get some rest. Thank you. Any questions for the coach in English, please, first? No questions in English? The gentleman there.
Coach, I remember both Idar Markovic, long time coach here in Malaga, he used to say that what it doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I know ideally you want to win this game in order to play tomorrow's final, but do you get any positive aspect of this loss in order to make you stronger for the final part of the season?
I think that if you are smart, you can learn from these kind of things. Okay, we have been talking during the week about the overexcitement. We got players with a lot of experience, and most of them showed their experience today, not others. And maybe the less experienced players, they played their not the worst game, but not for sure the game that they wanted to play. I think that all the things that happened during the season give you one lesson. We were a team that lost many games because of our frustration with the referees, and we learned from that. We learned from those 4 losses that we have in November, December, January, and we went to the Kings Cup and we learned those lessons, and we showed that we learned in that competition. I hope that we learn from what happened today, for tomorrow, for the end of the season, for the next one. The players improve on the court, off the court, working on practice, but especially living this kind of experience. The next time any of these players play at home, a Final Four or a final, they will remember how they felt today, and for sure they will approach the game in different way in terms of mentality.
Thank you. If there are no more questions in English, we can pass to Spanish. Spanish? Yes, okay.
Buenas noches, Ivonne. Te quería preguntar sobre la última jugada, tal como se ha dado, eran pocos segundos, ha sido un triple. ¿Que había otra opción de una canasta más cerca del aro o no se ha dado por el desarrollo de la acción?
Los jugadores tienen que tomar decisiones y Kendrick ha tomado esa y yo lo apoyo 200%. Llevaba 1 de 5, es un jugador que tiene generalmente alrededor del 30-33%, ha sentido que tenía que tirar ese tiro para ganar y yo lo apoyo 200%. Ahora, claro, cuando la falla todos decimos que tenía que haber sido para adentro, claro, y si la llega a meter, pues hubiera sido un héroe. O sea, no, los jugadores tienen que tomar decisiones y la decisión que ha tomado Kendrick es buena porque es la que ha tomado él.
The question was about the last play of the game. If it was the right choice, coach says that the players are the ones who make the choices during the game. Kendrick made this choice, and he supports him 100%. And if the shot had fallen in, Kendrick would be a hero. So at the end of the day, he stands by his player. Any more questions? The gentleman here.
Hola, Ivonne, en directo para Radio Marca Málaga. Más allá de la derrota, que evidentemente es un palo duro, ¿no?, de digerir de puertas para adentro para el vestuario, ¿qué es el concepto o al menos la idea que más te ha podido molestar, que no haya podido salir? Si las pérdidas, el bajo porcentaje en triples.
The question was beyond the loss. What was the other aspect that bothered you the most today? Was it the low percentage in three-point shooting? Was it the turnovers?
Yo creo que los 16 puntos que llevan la primera parte tras pérdidas nuestras ha sido definitivo. Al final es un partido que se decide por una canasta en el que hemos ganado 2 cuartos y hemos empatado a 1. Es decir, hemos perdido el partido en el segundo cuarto y no por una cuestión puramente defensiva, sino porque es que hemos metido 9 puntos, creo que el resultado era 20-11, y de 20-11 hemos acabado 22-22 y luego nos hemos ido a, creo que 31-41. Es decir, hemos metido 11 puntos aproximadamente en 13 minutos. Demasiadas pérdidas y esas pérdidas han provocado que ellos anotaran, ¿no? Pero esas situaciones en campo abierto pues nos ha costado más controlarlas que si hubiera sido en medio campo, ¿no? Yo creo que ha sido el principal problema. La valoración la hemos sacado adelante, hemos tenido muchos más tiros que ellos, hemos reboteado mejor que ellos en ataque, pero bueno, al final son porcentajes de tiro bajos y bueno, pues esto lo pagas, ¿no? En un partido tan cerrado, por menos de 70 puntos, pero yo destacaría los 16 puntos al descanso tras pérdida. 16 de 41 son muchos para nosotros.
Just to sum it up very briefly, the coach says that the 16 points of turnovers that Bond scored in the first half are way too much, and this was a decisive factor in the game. One final question for the coach. Yes, the gentleman here. Sorry, here, sir. You're first, sorry.
Ivonne, buenas noches. Yo quería preguntarte si crees que le ha podido pesar al equipo la responsabilidad o la ansiedad por el hecho de jugar en casa, tener casi la mayoría del pabellón. ¿Crees que ha podido jugar en contra?
Seguro. Es el típico partido que nadie quiere jugar mal. Todo el mundo quiere jugar bien. Todo el mundo quiere que salga todo perfecto, y cuando el rival hace cosas, porque a ver si nos vamos a olvidar que enfrente había un muy buen equipo, ya lo habíamos hablado, un muy buen equipo que ha hecho que hiciéramos las cosas menos bien de lo habitual, y hemos perdido confianza, nos hemos confundido cuando teníamos que sacar el balón fuera, hemos insistido demasiado dentro, luego hemos abusado demasiado del tiro exterior sin pisar pintura. Bueno, nos hemos ido equivocando en muchas cosas, pero con todo esto hemos tenido el último tiro, ¿no? En un partido muy malo nuestro, hemos tenido el último tiro para ganar, ¿no? Y entonces, bueno, pues al final el reporte es tan sencillo como si hubiéramos metido el último triple, pues os diría que hubiéramos hecho un mal partido y estaríais todos eufóricos, ¿no? Pero es que esto es así, esto es deporte, ¿no? Yo lo que quiero decir es que estoy súper orgulloso del equipo, me gustaría que la gente, aunque esté triste, esté orgullosa de lo que ha hecho el equipo, de lo que está haciendo el equipo y lo que se está construyendo, y que vamos a seguir, y que la temporada no se ha acabado en absoluto.
Question was whether the anxiety of playing at home played a role. The coach says absolutely, it certainly did, but ultimately he's super proud of his players for what they accomplished today. The last question here, the gentleman in front, and this is really the final question for the coach. We have to release him.
Hola, Iván, ¿qué tal? En directo para Cope Málaga, te quería preguntar con los números que has comentado, si en algún momento del partido has intentado pensar de cambiar un poco la defensa, plantear un poquito en zona.
Sí, lo que pasa es que en esos momentos ellos tenían 3 tiradores en el campo y teníamos un problema con las rotaciones por el tema de las faltas y no hemos visto el hueco para hacerlo. Hemos cambiado las defensas, hemos ido a cambios con Delaney, hemos ido a cambios con todo, hemos intentado ser menos agresivos con TJ Short, luego hemos vuelto a ser más agresivos, hemos ido probando cosas. Tampoco creo que las decisiones tácticas sea lo que nos haya metido en el partido, sino más bien la energía, el control del rebote, el no perder energía en los fallos. Yo creo que esa ha sido la gran diferencia respecto a la primera parte, no grandes cambios tácticos, no ha habido algo que haya hecho que hayamos vuelto de 11 a 3. Ha sido más una cuestión de la energía, de leer mejor los closeouts, que hemos sufrido mucho con sus jugadores porque es lo que mejor hacen. Pero bueno, sí que hemos visto ahí además ha sido en un tiempo muerto, pero en la salida del tiempo muerto ellos tenían 3 tiradores en el campo, entonces bueno, era un momento complicado para que ellos lo podían romper y ahí hemos hecho un 5-0 además, entonces bueno, creo que hemos hecho bien en no hacerlo ahí.
The question was whether they thought of changing to a zone defense at some point in the game. The answer was yes, we did, but at that point they had 3 shooters on the court. We had some foul trouble as well, so we decided not to do it. At the end of the day, the coach thinks that it was not so much the tactical questions that decided the game, but more the lack of energy on the day. This concludes the proposed game press conference. Thank you very much for attending.
Thank you. Good evening.